Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. 这里是你安心气烂的新闻机器人一河畔。Good evening, everyone. This is your trustworthy news robot, Ichikawa です。よいしょ。Good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is Ichikawa speaking. This is Ichikawa speaking. 大家晚安，晚安，晚安。这里是一河。没错，因应着语言的使用，所以说呢，跟大家说早安、午安、晚安的方式有点变化。Well, due to the circumstances that I'm talking in English, so I just put some of my phrase into another genre or something. 早安，晚安，晚安，幸运上。Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the newsroom. 欢迎来到新闻室。不，我们今天好像不是要来报新闻的，可是我好像想要先报下新闻。对 ，So today we are going to talk about the lockdown. Lockdown in especially in Taiwan. 我们今天要来讲一下，就是这个关于我们的那个疫情的封锁的部分。不过呢，在这部分的话，我觉得我们真的是有点太轻松了，所以说，大家的想法就是少出门之类的吧。So you see, we people in Taiwan got the stuff so-called the soft lockdown. Yeah, we got our lockdown in a smoother way. And here we go again. 我想 I think here we go again. 你看我们的那个 lockdown， 我们的那个封城是只有在那个是用软封城这种东西。然后呢，今年的话之后呢，又过了平安无事的下半年。虽然说中间的确是花了挺多时间啦，对，就从5月到8月、9月到大概10月左右，但是我们之后又活蹦乱跳3、4个月。So our lockdown, there was a lockdown between May to September last year in Taiwan, and after that we got 3 or 4 months of jolly time. So, but after the Omicron, it seems like it's gonna be a here we go again. 对，就是我们现在的话呢，可能因为 Omicron 的关系的话呢，又会再来一次封锁之类的。But despite of the circumstances, we can talk about what we have done in our last lockdown. 我可以来讲讲看，我们上一次封锁的时候，上一次的那个3级提报的时候是怎么样来着？好了，对，我们可以先趁现在还笑得出来的时候，我们来讲一下。We can share about our last experience until the devil make us. OK. 我好奇妙的是，这篇新闻竟然是从屏东。So it is interesting that the news. Okay, this is the news about on June, and it is quite well. It's hard to give a comment on the old-fashioned charts, but there it is. Anyway, so according to the reporter, 5 things to do at home, but was it about the pandemic, or is just some normal PowerPoint by a random student or something? Okay, let's see. What is the top 5? Not about pandemic, but we can take a look anyway. The first is to watch TV or movies. The second is to sleep. The 3 is social media. The 4 is music and podcast, not the broadcast. And 5 the FaceTime or phone calls. 这虽然说这个东西不知道是拿来那像小学生的那个功课报告，但是总之还是讲，反正就是前5大就是大家首先是看电视、看电影嘛，然后第二个就是睡，对，睡竟然还是排在第2名，代表说有些人的睡眠根本不足啊。You see, sleeping is a lesser. Hold on. Sleeping take lesser time than watching TV. Oh my god! 你们这些现代人这样子真的可以吗？ Is it really alright that giving up your sleeping time to the drama? 你们这样子真的把这些东西看片放这么大，真的是没问题吗？然后看社群平台 Facebook 什么的，音乐广播或者是那种 podcast 我真的不知道该怎么翻译耶，因为它也不像 broadcast。对 ，You see that there are difference between podcast and broadcast, but I can't give you a Chinese reference about podcast. So let's podcast anyway. We don't have to do anything else. Okay. 然后接着就是那个视讯号。Should we go through this? 我们要过这个东西吗？ Not being able to step out at the house has changed people's lives. Taiwan news has surveyed readers to find out what people have been doing, eating and spending money on during the lockdown, as well as the first place they want to visit after the pandemic is behind us. 所以说，其实这一部分的话，它也除了在做什么以外，还要包含吃的东西、花的钱，还有呢那个封锁解除之后最想去的是什么地方。然后 Top 5 Quarantine Activities， 我想就是上面那个国小学生图片了，Listening to music or podcasts and FaceTiming friends came in fourth. It's interesting that you put FaceTiming as a formal character. No. A formal word in a news. Seriously? FaceTiming， 我觉得把 FaceTiming 直接拿来当做正式名称，有一点点不妥啦。我觉得应该叫做那个 video call 或者是 FaceTiming 这个字太，好吧，很生动啦，但是我觉得不太对劲啦，好，然后接着的话 ，over 70% could at home。接着，这个表格真是有够无聊的，只有列入那个3种，然后呢还没有列入爬数。不过反正那个事实也是真的是 ，COVID-19 has significantly changed people eating habits, as they are no longer allowed to dine out in restaurants. 对，这真的有差嘞，这个是真的有差。虽然说这个图表跟不存在是一样的，但是我们看看这个比例的话，就可以知道说，这样的话是70%的话，那么叫外送的也应该也是挺多的。这样是70%，可是这个表格 ，well, and quite getting messed by the charts because the proportion is right. 这个比例不太对劲，所以说我不太确定要怎么说。But in Taiwan, we got a very bloody nice food delivery and a bloody torment to the deliver man. That is it's quite hard for them to do all the jobs, and they got to be fast, they got to be right, but they might be got punishments by the company just because some little messy stuff. 然后我们的外送的话，基本上是又快又准的。然后呢，但是呢，在这么糟糕的环境下能够这样做，其实他们也是不容易，而且还会一直被罚钱。Comfort food for dark times. Since food delivery has been found， 这个我觉得这段我觉得好像可能很重要，我们来念一下它好了。Since food delivery has become an essential service during the lockdown, these businesses have thrived, with most reporting increased orders during the latest outbreak. Foodpanda, for instance, received 20% more orders after Taiwan entered its Level 3 in mid-May, compared to the previous month. 这边那个 Foodpanda 在那个五月中的时候，不对，不是5月中，是在那个自从去年的5月中有了那个三级的警报，3级警戒之后，他们的那个订单增加了20%，其实还挺多，真的是挺多的。Yes, it's good. It's not good to have a delivery system with so much demand. 真的用这种情况下，那个突然多了这么大的需求，其实是挺危险的。You see, you usually get a lesser quality of service after the outbreak of anything. 然后这种时候的话，服务的那个水准品质的话，就是会下降。But it is not their fault. It is a pandemic. 对，可是这也不是他们的错啊，这就是那个发生这事情之后所会出现的事情呢。Spending less, really? Really? This phenomenon, I can't always pronounce this right. Anyway, the phenomenon of decreasing your spending is obvious. Last year, 去年的这个时候的话，那个大家花钱真的是会花的比较少的样子。Hold on. Give me a second. I think I just found out my chat room. It's not updating. Is this good? Okay, this should be working. Okay, the actual change in the amount of money spent during this period depends on which industry each individual works in and how each industry is affected. 所以说，反正还是看产业。The emoji of soft lockdown. I didn't expect this. 我没有想到他们竟然还会做这种调查的时候还会选那个选符号。Pensive face, woozy face, and sleepy face. I picked the third one. I will pick the third one. 我会选第3个。那段时间几乎就是没有办法有事，所以说就没有办法。Okay. More than 1 month. Yes. They didn't expect this. We didn't expect this. 我们之前没有感受到，就是那种这会变成说会搞到最后变成变成好几个月的状况，然后很多产业都受到冲击。然后今天的话，各位请看，今天Taiwan reports 17 local COVID cases, highest daily number in 5 months. 今天17例哦，17例，而且很多都是 domestic cases， 就是本地的 local cases 这样子。里面还有小孩 ，and there are infants inside. thus are there is an infant. There is because there's another. There were another cases before this year with infants, but this time it is a 1-year-old child being reported. And the steakhouse. Oh, this is really troublesome because it is it's an ordinary place where people celebrate or something, or they don't go to tasty easily. 基本上像这种通常庆祝才会去的那个餐厅，像西体的话，通常都庆祝才会去的。So there must be many people. 人一定多。And something that can easily transmit to others. 那他们的话的病菌的那个传播也是挺严重的。Okay, so and you see the Omicron is quite horrible. I think I saw a picture about the transmission of the janitor in the airport and another security. They just used the same toilets and they got transmitted. 他们那个机场那个好像是清洁工用了洗手间之后，另外一个保全用了厕所，然后只有因为他们用同一个厕所，结果就中奖了，这个挺可怕的。Yeah, this is quite horrible since we know it is effective to get the transmission between people, but what would it be after the transmission? Is it like a normal flu, or it is just like the monster rampaging around last year? 这个究竟它会变成说跟流感差不多，还是说会变成说跟去年的感染的状况一样可怕的话，那我们就不知道了。And so far we don't have much threat. Yeah, the threat isn't as much as we had last year. 我们现在面对的那个威胁不像去年那么恐怖 but what if it's going to be worse? What if it's going to give our Commonwealth, no, not Commonwealth. What if the threat of Omicron is after 2 or 3 weeks, and that's my default. Our ability to care. 如果 Omicron 变成说会在两三周之后变成说同样造成的同样造成医疗力量的那个损害呢？那这样的话就不知道该怎么办了。 Okay, and the statistic. 17,800 confirmed cases, with one of the 6 were imported, and 5 of the 6 were local. 所以说，目前的话17000多例的话，其中大概有1/6是那个外来的，可是有5/6还是我们这边的，所以这就是比较麻烦的部分。Look at this is the chart. This is the chart I should show you. 这才是我应该给你们看的图。5月29的时候飙到500多个人，那个时候什么东西都被吓坏了。We got 500 cases last year. Before that, we get 0. We get less than 2 digits. And then 5 half of 1,000. 我们之前我们都是个位数或是10位数人，然后现在突然又冲上来。But what before this was heaven, and after that, you might think this the period between 21 of May and 6th of September. Among this there were among 1, 2, 3. About 3 months of not the chaos but the horrific time that we can't even be sure about our own environment to be cleansed. 我们没有办法在这3个月里面确保我们那个空间是安全的。But by the way, speaking of lockdown, what do you guys get when you're staying at home all the time and can't get anyway, I'm asking about the food you ate. The food you ate in the lockdown. Yes, this is my final purpose. 对，这就是 my ultimate purpose. 我的那个究极目标就是问大家吃什么。For us, we got dozens of spam. 我们吃了很多的那个午餐肉。And we got a really special Korean mice meat. Korean flavor. But it tastes like the sauce when you eat the baking roast duck. Yeah, the baking roast duck. The roast duck, the sauce, the sweet black sauce, and you put the sweet black sauce with your rice and potatoes, and you put them in the oven for 2 minutes, and boom. It's quite delicious actually, but it stinks. 对，我们刚刚讲这个韩国那个炸酱饭的话呢，基本上就是呢，就是有点像是那个北京烤鸭的那种甜，吃烤鸭的时候会有的那种甜面酱，然后再配上马铃薯那些的，然后丢到微波炉里面2个小时，不是2个小时，That's hilarious. OK， 2分钟，然后你就可以吃的，超级快速的那个微波餐。是超级快速的微波餐。And however, we didn't finish it. 我们没有吃完它。For some circumstances, we are literally having a better cooking environment, and so we got fed, and it was really good to have some quality cuisine during the time, because we have to cook at the places. 其实后来发现，因为那个下厨的环境变好了，所以说后来的话我们变成说那个就是吃了不少那个美食，就自己做的美食这样子。Well. Evening, Eatern. We are now talking about the food, the cuisine, when the lockdown. Hello, Eatern. 我们现在正在讨论我们在那个3级警戒跟那些封锁期间我们在吃什么。Okay, shall we keep going on the news, or we shall just keep them away? Or just put them here and we can do something else. 我们就把这个表单这个图表就放在这边，然后我们就开始那个吃空气 ，eating the air. You mean the last lockdown or this one? 等一下，你是说上次的那个 lockdown， 上次的封锁的警戒，还是说这一次的呢？ I have actually no idea about what's going to happen in the very next month, because the Lunar New Year, that is going to be very very It's going to be a very troublesome new year, since not all of them are protected. 下一次春节的话，我觉得这次这个会变得很麻烦，因为并不是每个人都有保护的好好的。人类不管怎样都要吃空气。So as a human being, Eatern said, as a human being, you have to consume air, or you will put yourself to death. 叶尔登说，人必须吃空气，否则就会死掉。这4个字是我加的。I put the death word by myself. Sorry. And let's see what can we find something. I think we can kill time to do this. The sheets just refreshed when I didn't notice. 吓死我！我刚刚这个表单竟然自己那个跑出来。Let's see the reporter. A media, an internet media, talking about the COVID. Between the janitor, the taxi driver, and the airport. 总而言之，就是机场的那个工作人员的这些个案，这些是有的。And we thought it was all about the airports, but then there are singing club. Singing club! Oh my god, what have we done? This is so horrible. I can't go to UK anymore. 我可能因为这样的话，才可能会又要好一阵子不会去 UK 的，you know. And we got 12 people confirmed at the cases. But what the heck is happening in Italy? $210,000. 210,000. No, it's 202,000. No, it's 220,000 of cases on 6th of January. How? And the government demand all people above 50 years old to be vaccinated. Okay. Our 17 people is quite... seems like nothing to them, but what if it is going to be something? Since we don't really able to handle. Okay guys, we got an interruption by Facebook. Sorry, I don't know why they just put the news. Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit. It's about the Tonga Kingdom, the volcano's eruption in Tonga Kingdom, making tsunami and a lot of horrifying events. 对，东家，刚才的那个资料就是这样子跑进来的。叮，对 ，no 叮。Okay, and I'm getting some news since this is the very last time I can take it as my topic, or we can keep talking like this next week if we have a lot of stuff. Okay, so there are two cases from the technology industry, high-tech industry, and don't know. I don't know whether it will be going to be worse or not. 这个高科技公司的部分的话，有两个案，他们那边也有2个案子，然后现在也在讲说，是不是害怕会怕说这个会产生什么事情这样。And we got cases from hospitals, from the workers in the hospitals. A nurse is a nurse at the hospital. in 板桥那边亚东医院的话，有个护士中了。However, Chen said that it is not known how the nurse contracted the disease because she does not treat COVID patients and has not come into contact with any known cases. 所以说这边人说就是他不知道这个护士是在哪个传染链上面，因为他并没有接触到那个 COVID 的病人。然后中心分院这边的话，先打过来看。On January 11th, Taipei Deputy Mayor, 2 nurses at Taipei City's hospitals, 中心 branch, 中心病院那边有一些。然后其中一个护士 ，the boyfriend of one of the nurses also test positive。可怜的男朋友竟然也中了。大致上的话就是 ，so we got some potential. So I'm going to give a conclusion for tonight. Okay, so first, a lockdown in Taiwan seems nothing than other countries, since we keep ourselves really a good shape under the circumstances, and it seems like our outbreak will be occurred in 3 or 4 months, and it is not. It is vulnerable, but not as vulnerable as other countries. Oh, it is vulnerable to us since we are not able to handle our economy in a better way. 所以现在问题是我们现在的话，这3-4个月的话，我们可能不会像国外受到那么大伤害，但也可能因为我们的那个经济 经纪人的特性，所以说我们大家可能不会过那么好。And this time we are going to have maybe another outbreak, but maybe it will be nothing, nearly nothing. It will marry than a flu. 它可能比那个一个流感什么的还要弱，所以说这点的话，我们还要再观察。好，黑川さん、逐渐始めまして。Good evening, Mr. Kurokawa-san. This is our first time to meet, isn't it? Well, I think that's all about today. It's about time tonight and hold on, eatern. No, you are not. This is not our first time to meet. The first time to meet priority is by Kurosawa-san only. By Mr. Kurosawa only. So, gotta be careful. No matter if you are going to be numbness to the number or being threatened by the number or by the actual disease. 那么现在我们就看，我们接着是会被这个数字吓到不行，还是说呢，我们真的会要再面临下一个威胁？对，单纯被数字吓到，还是说会出现下个威胁呢？我们就之后再看吧。Alright, I think that's a briefing from me about the COVID and the lockdown. But I actually not saying much of them. Maybe we can take some. No. I wish there will be no following news about COVID, about Omicron. That would be horrible. So I hope it will be no following news. There will be no following news. No any potential activities about the virus, please. 希望之后不要再有什么病毒的那个潜在的那个活动的那个状况。好吧，那么 so this is our briefing today, our briefing tonight. This is Ichikawa speaking, and we wish you a good night. And we wish you a much connection on the internet, but not by the disease. 然后祝大家有个美好的晚上，跟大家互相连接，但不要是疾病方面的就好。好，这里是转换者系统一河畔，我们谈话，我们陪伴，我们今天的话呢，也在充满着不确定性的夜晚，描述这个世界的故事。Yeah.